Howard Schultz made the biggest mistake for a very, very smart businessman that one could possibly make. So we saw the Phoenix Suns just sold for an incredible, record-breaking NBA deal for $4 billion. $4 billion. Yes, that's a whole lot of money, right? I mean, anyone can sit there and admit that $4 billion is a lot more money than you could ever imagine an NBA team going for. Now, you wonder at times, right? Like, okay, $4 billion for the Phoenix Suns, which is a good organization. I wouldn't say the best organization in the NBA by any means possible. But Phoenix, multiple reasons why Phoenix is worth so much money. I happen to live in Phoenix, Arizona, even though I'm originally from Seattle, Washington, and that's kind of where this video is about. But Phoenix has multiple reasons going for it. A lot of money's coming into Phoenix, a lot of retirees coming into Phoenix, a lot of people who travel, golf tournaments, resorts, major events are in Phoenix. And the proximity from Phoenix to Las Vegas and Los Angeles makes it a really attractive place for billionaires to put their money in. And if you've been to Phoenix in the last few years, you know it's going through a little bit of a renaissance, right? So the downtown now is growing a lot, the amount of people coming into the city a lot. The downtown used to be a ghost town where the Phoenix Suns used to play, and now it's kind of popping. There's some really cool bars in Roosevelt Row, a lot more big buildings, and in general, people like an urban lifestyle a little bit more. So a lot more people are coming to live the urban lifestyle in downtown Phoenix or Scottsdale as well. But downtown Phoenix is actually like a real downtown, so a lot of people are coming there. So $4 billion for the Phoenix Suns, and that's Phoenix. Doesn't have the tech company Seattle has, and that's where we're going to talk about the nearly $4 billion mistake, $3.7 billion mistake Howard Schultz made. Howard Schultz bought the Seattle Supersonics for $200 million. A few years later, he sold the team in 2000, and I want to say he sold the team in 2006. We're going to just double check that. What year did the Sonics sell? He sold them in 2006, July 18, 2006. And he sold it for $350 million. He made a $150 million profit, his group. So, after taxes and his whole group, there is no way he made that much money off the sale of the Seattle Supersonics. He made a little bit, right? But he did not make that big money, that big bucks. Pun intended, because he owns Starbucks. So if Howard Schultz just held on to the Sonics and waited for, 16 years, he would have probably sold the team for $4 to $5 billion. Let's say 5 because Seattle is a tech city, a lot more money, big money in Seattle. I think Arizona has a lot more population, but big money in Seattle. Northwest Corridor, it's it's the biggest major market in the Northwest Corridor in the United States. You can argue Vancouver might be bigger, but it's not a United States market. He cost himself $3.5 billion minimum by being greedy and selling the Sonics. And not only that, he made himself public enemy number 1 in Seattle. Howard Schultz lost so much money, so much respect, and I know people from till today who refuse to drink Starbucks because Howard Schultz sold the Sonics to a group out of Oklahoma City. Howard Schultz made a big mistake, a mistake that he may never be able to live down. Howard Schultz lost not only the opportunity of making $3.5 billion more, but he had the opportunity to stay a hero, stay loved, stay respected in the city of Seattle. He lost the respect and he lost $3.5 billion. Howard Schultz, I know he might never ever admit it. I know there were problems with the infrastructure in Key Arena, but he knows if you can give him a truth pill, he knows he made a big mistake selling the Seattle Supersonics. And last but not least, what is going to be the cost of bringing an NBA team to Seattle? So we do have, a lot of rumors going around that expansion is going to happen in the NBA. And I think that the Seattle Supersonics will be back in the NBA in the next few years. I think you'll have the Las Vegas, whatever you want to call them. I think they should call them like the Spades or the Renegades or whatever you want to call it. The Las Vegas team will get a franchise in Seattle, in the NBA. And Seattle will get another franchise in the NBA. And I think the market has just been set by the Phoenix Suns deal. I think it's going to cost $4 to $5 billion expansion fee to bring the Seattle Supersonics and the Las Vegas, whatever they're going to be called, to the NBA. So Howard Schultz, you just cost yourself $3.5 billion. I know you're not going to admit it. I know you're probably, sitting there somewhere saying, I sold at a good time. I made $100 million. But you're sipping on that Starbucks and kicking yourself right now. And thank you for watching this video. If you like this type of content, I do a lot of, I like to do more travel vlog videos, to be completely honest, but you can't travel to sporting events all the time. So sometimes I put out opinion videos as well. So make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you next time.